Hey, Shalawam, Shalawam. Hey, facing the east, giving all praise, honor, and glory be to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, and Kakadash. Those are the true names of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Yahawah equals He is, He exists. That's the Father's true name. Yahawashi equals He saves, He delivers. That's the Son's true name. And Rakak that's how you say a spirit that's holy. This is in the Lashawan Kodash, the holy language, the Paleo-Hebrew, the ancient Hebrew. All right. Second of all, double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the great millstone, which rule well and teach well and sincerity taught us His truth. And Shalawam to the Lord's hopeful elect, 144,000 men, as well as 1/3 men, women, and children, maintaining themselves, keeping the laws, commandments, and statutes to the best of their ability. It's your brother Urami Kazak back with hopefully another edifying lesson through the spirit, power, and strength of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, with Kakadash. All right. This lesson will be entitled, Every Battle We Get Stronger. Okay. And probably in parentheses, Saiyans. Okay. And if you ever watched Dragon Ball Z, you know, it's a lot of that is took from the scriptures, where spiritually, you know, how we are set in an unfamiliar land, all right, strangers in a land, and we're far superior than these individuals, okay? And we have to undergo many different challenges and trials and tribulations and things of that nature, right? So we're a people set apart. This is Deuteronomy 7:6. For thou art an holy people unto Yahawah thy power. Yahawah thy power have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. We are not to be on the same level as, you know, these other nations, these heathens. Now tying it back to Dragon Ball Z, where you have Gohan, he diminished himself by simply just going along with the flow and being trendy and doing what the world does. When you had, on the other hand, Goku and Vegeta and others, they were training. They were focused on their training. They were focused on leveling up and getting stronger, you know, and having battles. And in every battle, you build yourself, you get beat down, you know, you take hits, the challenges, but you need these challenges to get far stronger, to get stronger, right? So when Gohan finally came back and fought once again, then he was able to reach a new level, you know, Super Saiyan Beast, all right? Because he had to go through much tribulation. He had to go through much pain and suffering to enter into that next level, man, right? So you have to have that same mindset where you know you got to go through a lot of tribulation, man, just to enter into the kingdom, man. Okay? This is Acts 14:22. Confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of Yahawah. So, through much tribulation, let's get the word tribulation. All right.
Strong's G 2347. Thalipsis.
And as you can see, it simply means a pressuring together, pressure, oppression, affliction, tribulation, distress, straits. We are what? We are oppressed. We are going through much pressure. We are going through straits, difficult moments, afflicted, anguish, burden, persecution, tribulation, trouble. So we must go through much tribulation and persecution. You have to go through these trials, these battles, where you're getting knocked down, you're getting beat down, you're pressured, you're feeling like you're not gonna make it through, but somehow you make it through the strength and power of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Therefore, you can reach Super Saiyan 1. And then to reach Super Saiyan 2, you have to go through the same ordeal. You have to be knocked down again. You have to build yourself up. You have to grow spiritually. Learn new techniques, how to conserve your energy better. All right? Let's get some more on tribulation. Because this is, people talk about it all the time, but they don't want to ever face that. We're going to have to go through a lot of stuff, man, which we are going through right now. Okay? Let's go to Romans, the 5th chapter, verse 1. Therefore, being justified by faith, we have peace with power through our Lord Yahawashi HaMashiach, by whom also we have access by faith into this grace, wherein we stand and rejoice in hope of the glory of power. And not only so, but we glory in tribulations, also knowing that tribulation worketh patience. So we glory going through these situations. Okay? We glory going through all these different trials and tribulations that we have to go through. All right? Because these things are necessary. And patience, experience, and experience, hope, and hope maketh not ashamed, because the love of power is shed abroad in our hearts by the Holy Spirit, which is given unto us. Okay? So, by going through tribulation, you build up your patience. And patience, you're gonna gain experience through going by holding out, by waiting. The more you go through, the more you suffer. The more you are persecuted, the more you are oppressed, the more you are afflicted. That's experience. By going through experiences, you should gain what? You should gain wisdom. You should know how to deal with a situation because you've been through it before. You understand? Verse 6. For when we were yet without strength, in due time Hamashiach died for the ungodly. For scarcely for a righteous man will one die. Yet, peradventure for a good man, some would even dare to die. But power commended his love towards us in that, while we were yet sinners, Hamashiach died for us. And as a big brother, knowing that, hey, they got to go through all of this, he's making it where the suffering is worth it. What we're going through, that is worth it. So it was worth it for him to suffer and to die for us, because of the position that he's in now. So we have to go through a similar situation to get to a position such as his, to be joint heirs with our king. Okay? And most don't want to do it, man. Most can't even sit in here and listen to the lesson. They want to talk and they want to, voice their own opinion when your opinion does not matter. What matters is these scriptures. All right? Keeping it going. Let's go to Romans, the 8th chapter. And let's start at 31. What shall we then say to these things? If power be for us, who can be against us? He that spareth not his own son, but delivereth him up for us all, how shall he not with him also freely give us all things? Who shall lay anything to the charge of power's elect, if it is power that justifieth? So we trusting in Yahawah, man. He gave his son as a sacrifice to save us, to redeem us, because he cares for us. Verse 34, who is he that condemneth? It is Hamashiach that died, yea, rather that is risen again, who is even at the right hand of power, who also maketh intercession for us. Yahawashi is there, pleading, asking, shorten the time, so that my brothers may make it. The ones that care, the ones that seek you diligently with discipline, the ones that are not here for entertainment. They're not here for filthy lucre's sake. They're not here to make money. They're not here to sell merch. They're not here debating, arguing, going over foolish things that don't matter. They're actually here to learn, man. They're actually here to grow. They're actually here to apply the knowledge, to apply the wisdom. Wisdom is knowledge applied. You have to apply these scriptures to yourself. Don't just read the Bible. Are you applying it? Are you listening? Are you learning? Are you discerning things? Most ain't. Most ain't. Because you crying constantly over things you got to go through. When we just went over, you have to go through things. So why are you crying by going through these things? Verse 35. Furthermore, as we read 35, it's letting you know these things are going to separate you if you don't have your mind set up the correct and proper way. Who shall separate us from the love of Hamashiach? Shall tribulation or distress or persecution or famine or nakedness or peril or sword? All this stuff is about to be used on you. Famine, peril, the sword, nakedness, persecution, all of this. Esau is using all these weapons on you. Are these things going to separate you from Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi? Or are you going to endure through these situations? You just got to endure. The Most High is eventually going to meet you with some help and some support. He needs to see that you are dedicated to him. You watch these some of these shows where it's this thing on YouTube they got where they testing a girl to see if she's loyal to her man or vice versa. And then most of these individuals fail the test, right? And they got them on camera, you know? Your integrity is being tested, man. Are you a person that has integrity? What are you doing off camera? We say it all the time, but does it matter to you? Seriously, man. Are you truly serving Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi? You know? People's mindsets are so dorsal and it's so weak and it's so, your attention span is short. Where this is why I took the comments off, because they come in here and automatically they see the chart and they can't even, you're not even trying to listen to the lesson. This is how Esau gets you. He gets you with these little shock value things, which the chart is not that. We have to show you the chart because that's in the scriptures. You understand? But if you're showcasing yourself not to be able to actually be quiet and take in the lesson, then automatically, bro, you're not even of the elect, man. You're not my target audience. My target audience is the wise of my people, as the scriptures say. All right? Tell these things to the wise of your people. Everybody's not meant to be around. Verse 36, as it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long. We are accounted as sheep for the slaughter. Nay, in all these things we are more than conquerors through him that loved us. For I am persuaded that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor height, nor depth, nor any other creature shall be able to separate us from the love of Yahawah, which is in Hamashiach Yahawashi, our Lord. So all this stuff that was created should not be able to separate us from our Creator. You understand? And you gotta know that and have that in yourself, man. Okay? You gotta know that and have that in yourself. At the end of the day. All of these traps, all of these false things, false doctrines. This is why, once again, I bring out one of my favorite scriptures. Sirach 18 and 14. Let's get it. As it reads, he have mercy on them that receive discipline and that diligently seek after his judgments. Are you diligent? You think you diligent, but most are not. Are you actually researching? Are you taking time? Or are you just surface level? Most are surface level. You see an individual and he calls himself, he's a Hebrew Israelite, and he's saying shalom, and you think that's it, when shalom ain't even in our culture. It's shalawam or shalom. All right? So automatically you failed. Because you fell for the okie doke of Yiddish, which is the Slavic, the German, and the Hebrew. You fell for the okie doke these traps that Esau sets. That's why I made a little post earlier today, man. As the scripture says, off of 2 or 3 witnesses do we prove all things. Brothers is doing more harm to the congregation than they are helping by posting all this fake shit. As it says, the elect shall not be deceived. So if you out here being deceived, you posting all these fake news that's going out, you got to consider these things, man. You need to be a better watchman. You are not receiving discipline, and you are not diligently seeking after Yahweh's judgments, man. You're just eating up anything that Esau put out. Esau put out something, once again, shock value. It's going to get oohs and ahs. It's going to go viral. And Jake is on it. Jake is, y'all seen this? Like, yeah, I saw it, but it was fake. I verified it. I checked it. I made sure. So that ties into not only your lessons, but that ties into the way that you live. That means, bro, I don't want to eat your food because you're not actually looking in your food and the recipe and stuff. You may be still cooking with pork, not willingly, but unwillingly. You know, well, really willingly, because you buying food and you're not looking at the ingredients. Okay, you're still doing it willingly, and it's because of ignorance. Ignorance is not an excuse. Stop sitting here and thinking that ignorance is going to be an excuse for you. It's not. You can't tell the Most High you didn't know. That shit is not going to help you, bro. You didn't know. Once again, he have mercy on them that receive discipline and that diligently seek after his judgments. That's who he will have mercy on. So you saying that you don't know or you were ignorant to the fact that you couldn't eat pork is not an excuse. You will still feel that hellfire. You will still feel those ICBM missiles. Because it was more than enough information out here. The prophets was out here constantly. All right, when I get out of this live, I'm headed to camp. You understand? We out there constantly. Brothers is out on the corner right now preaching. All over the globe. Okay? So you can't sit here and be like, we didn't know. The prophets was there. So you got to be diligent, man. Okay? Let's keep going. Let's go back into tribulation. As the brother said, especially these AI news stories. Exactly. And that's what we saying, man. Brothers is falling for AI. And all AI is a demon. Yeah, you could use it for certain aspects and things to help you and do this and do that because it does things efficiently. But also, it can be used efficiently to deceive you. You ever thought about that? It can be used efficiently to destroy you and lead you down a path that you don't want to go down. You ever thought about that? You have to be man, you have to discern stuff, man. Jake, that surface level, those type of Jakes are going to die. All right? Because you're surface level. And you're going to be surface level with everything that you do in life. You out here still eating Oreos. I'm going to just leave that right there. Go read the ingredients on Oreos, man. And then furthermore, go look at the symbol that's on the Oreo cookie. Okay? Going back to tribulation, this is Romans, the 12th chapter. And you know what? We're going to end it over here. We're going to start at the top and we're going to go down to 12. And I'm going to end it over there. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahawah, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto power, which is your reasonable service. Holy, set apart, Kodash. You can't be as everybody else is. You have to separate yourself, man. You have to recognize that you are a representative. You represent Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi now, man. So, is he all up in the world doing all this bullshit? No, bro, we not in the masses. We not messing with the flock. We not messing with the masses of people. Everybody out here doing everything. We're not doing that. We're not with the common folk. You are a king. You forgot that though. You need to remember. So as a king, why are you down here with the common folk doing everything that the common folk do? If you doing that, then obviously you're not a king. You don't want to be a king. You don't want to be a priest. You don't want to be set apart. You're not holy. So take your ass on and be with the peasants. You little peasant. I mean, that's what you're trying to be, right? That's what a lot of you individuals are trying to do, right? Y'all trying to be peasants with the common folk, and y'all want to be trendy, and you want to be the TikTok dances, and you want to watch the porn, and you want to commit adultery, and you want to do everything that everybody else is doing. That's not a living sacrifice. You're not holy and acceptable unto power. He does not accept what the world is doing at this point in time, man. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of power. If you don't like what I'm saying, then you are not reformed. If you don't like what I'm saying, then you are not going after the will of the Most High. You going after your flesh. I didn't cuss once, but you just don't like the way that I'm bringing it out. Your tone is too aggressive. Because we're telling you the truth, and you don't want to accept the truth. This is what most people, this is where they at. They want to continue to do what they have been doing for the rest of their life. Because they are complacent and they are caught up in these sins. What feels good. Not what actually is good, but what feels good. Cookies, things of that nature, man. Chocolate chips is they taste good, but eating them too much is not good for you. So be not conformed to this world. Verse 3, for I say, through the grace given unto me, to every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think, but to think soberly, according as power have dealt to every man the measure of faith. Don't be high-minded. Don't think yourself too high. Stay down to earth. Remember that. You are a worm. You are vulnerable. You are naked. Remember that. We are just like Adam in the garden, man. We sinned. We are naked. We begging for mercy. You need to pray every single day. And if you on bullshit and you keep messing up, then you need to pray for wisdom, bro. You need to pray for fear. You need to pray for Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi to correct you and to check you. And then when he does it by way of his prophets, by way of his men, you need to actually acknowledge that and accept it, that this is him trying to let you know to get right. And then when it goes past his men and he like, you ain't listening to his messengers, he gonna step in. You understand? He's going to chastise you. All right. Verse 4. For as we have many members in one body, and all members have not the same office, so we being many are one body in Hamashiach, and every one members one of another. Having then gifts differing according to the grace that is given to us, whether prophecy, let us prophesy, according to the proportion of faith. Every brother's not going to be the same. We understand that. But every brother has to maintain a sense of decency, a sense of order. Every brother has to maintain their faith. Every brother is a representation of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. So therefore, you being a messenger, you have to bring the correct message. And you have to show yourself to be a man. You have to show yourself to be a man of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. You can't be involved in all the BS that you used to be involved in the world. You got to start realizing, bro, the world fake as hell. All right? Music industry is fake. Sports, NBA, fake. NFL is fake. Hockey is fake. Okay? Well, what else, man? Golf is fake. All right? A lot of this stuff is rigged. UFC, boxing. You hear of things getting... We saw Mike Tyson take the fall. We saw Mike Tyson get took out, bro. This is Iron Mike Tyson. Iron Mike Tyson, man. Are you serious? You like this white boy? Nah, come on, man. Get the fuck out of here. Okay? This is nothing but Rome once again, bro. So, back in Rome, they used to rig and set up gladiator games. They're doing the same thing now. Nothing has changed. That's not saying that we can't watch this stuff for pleasure. Yeah, I watched a little bit of the NBA Finals. But I can't say that I know who playing like that. And I used to know, bro. I used to know all the teams. I used to know the starters, the bench players, substitution. I used to know who getting traded where. I don't know any of that stuff no more. Because why? My priorities have changed. I'm seeking Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi now. And he has revealed to me all the fakeness that's going on. I used to think Kendrick and J. Cole was the best rappers to do it, but he's exposed them. He's showing me everything that I needed to see to take me away from the world. All I had to do was ask and seek him diligently. That's what we got to do. Okay? To this individual that said, how do I know I'm tribe of Zebulon? So Zebulon is the Guatemalans to the Panamanians. If your father is of that land, all right, and his father is of that land, they're not Spanish, but he can trace his roots going back to being Zebulon, which would be the ancient Mayans, okay? Then, you know, that's what tribe you would be of. Okay, that's how you know. Just going back through your lineage. And then it's going to be certain characteristics that you're going to show. All right? To Eugene, yeah, he said the Maccabees fought against the Seleucid dynasty that wanted to bring them into sports. They did bring them into sports. Because you got to understand, the Maccabees fought against wicked Israelites first. So you had Israelites which were righteous, and you had Israelites which were wicked, which were taking on the gem, which they were bowing down to false gods. Just how our Israelites are doing it today. They're constantly worshiping all these different false gods and things of that nature. So you got a lot of our people that love the ways of the heathen, and we got to take them out too, man. When when Yahawashi comes back, bro, a lot of these jakes, we gonna destroy these jakes. 2/3 of our people, we gonna slay them. As it says in Ezekiel 20 and 38th chapter, slay the rebels, purge them out. Okay? Ain't no such thing as fallen angels, Eugene. Hey, with that being said, bro, we got to mute you up. You got no understanding on that. All right? Ain't no such thing as fallen angels. All right? So when we identify a false doctrine like that, I have to mute you because what you're about to do is you're about to pollute the congregation. You ain't here giving out false information, talking about fallen angels. You understand? So you need to do better research, brother. All right? When in Genesis, the 6th chapter, when it's talking about the gods, okay, the sons of God, that's simply talking about the Israelites. This individual as well. I don't have enough time to go through all of that. Okay? But it's no fallen angels. It's like, where did you... Okay, 3 of y'all just came out of nowhere. What? There is fallen angels in the Bible. No. You have been taught that by... That's simply Greek mythology, man. All right? That's all that is. Let me see. What is the latest time that I could actually leave for camp? 2 o'clock? So I got 15 minutes. Let's do that real quick. Real quick. Okay? This is Genesis, the 6th chapter, verse 1. And it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them. Now this men It's talking about the heathens. This is not talking about the sons of God. The sons of God is who you would know as the Israelites, the sons of God. Why do we know that? Let's go to Genesis, the 4th chapter. This is why you have to read. And to Seth, to him also there was born a son, and he called his name Enos. Then began men to call upon the name of Yahawah. So the sons of God called upon the name of Yahawah. Okay? These were to be the descendants of Seth going down. All right? At the end of the day. So, keeping it going, verse 2, that the sons of God, the descendants of Seth, going through, Enos going downward, this would have been the sons of God, who you know today as the Israelites. That the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose. So they began to mate with the sons of men, the daughters of men. So heathen nations. All right. And Yahawah said, my spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he is also flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years. There were giants in the earth in those days. And also after that, when the sons of power came in unto the daughters of men. You have the sons of God, the Israelites, going unto the heathen nations. That's all that's talking about. And they bear children to them. The same became mighty men, which are of old, men of renown. All right. So those giants were simply men of renown, men of great status, men of great status. That's it. Famous men. The same as your Michael Jacksons, your Michael Jordans, your Mike Tysons. Okay? What's your name? Frontline Faith? Yeah, okay. You said Israelites didn't come till after Jacob. Sir, you are not telling the truth. Israelites are the sons of God. Do you know what Israel means? In the Hebrew, it's Yasharahla. That's why individuals is telling you in the comment board, if you would pay attention. Yasharahla means he prince power. He prince of the power. He's a son of the power. He's a prince of the power. Therefore, his descendants would be sons of power. Power means God. Okay? Ye princes of the power. Ye sons of God. That's all it is, bro. All right? Now I'm going to finish my lesson. I'm going to cut the comments off. Because y'all people, y'all act like 5-year-olds, man. Y'all can't actually hold y'all tongue and listen. You know? And that's terrible, man. Y'all supposed to be adults. But y'all, what's wrong with y'all? Oh, man. Y'all supposed to be adults, man. Hey, I'm sorry to the real Akyam in the comments, man. Y'all know these people, man. These people, man. Hey, something wrong with them. But that's order, though. Ain't no order on this earth. All right? So going back to Romans 12, because I got to get up out of here very soon. Verse 7. Or ministry, let us wait on our ministering, or he that teacheth on teaching, or he that exhorteth on exhortation. He that giveth, let him do it with simplicity. He that ruleth with diligence. He that showeth mercy with cheerfulness. Let love be without dissimulation. Abhor that which is evil. Cleave to that which is good. That fallen angel doctrine that you individuals bring up, that's evil. That actually is an insult to the Most High. You saying that angels rebelled against the Most High? Is that what you're really saying? He created everything, and then his creation went against him. Are you stupid? And this is how we know you people don't read the Bible, man. Okay? Y'all don't read the Bible at all. You don't even open your Bible. This is Psalm 78 and 49. He cast upon him the fierceness of his anger, wrath, and indignation, and trouble by sending evil angels among them. So the Most High controls everything. He controls the angels. He controls the righteous and the wicked. You understand? Isaiah 45:5. I am Yahawah, and there is none else. There is no power beside me. I girdle thee, though thou hast not known me, that they may know from the rising of the sun and from the west that there is none beside me. I am Yahawah, and there is none else. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, Yahawah, do all these things. So that foolishness that y'all talking about with fallen angels, and they got to rise up out of the earth, and they got to come and do this and do that, it's because you have been taught Greek mythology, man. You might as well go watch Hercules and Xena. Go watch Hercules and Xena fight the Titans. That's what you want. Ultimately, Hercules and Xena fighting the Titans. This is what you people believe in, man. Okay? All right? Let's see if y'all control yourselves again. Now let's finish this Romans up. Verse 10. Be kindly affectionate one to another with brotherly love, in honor, preferring one another, not slothful in business, fervent in spirit, serving the Lord. Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Rejoicing in hope, patient in tribulation, continuing instant in prayer. Okay? At the end of the day. For this individual, you said the 12 tribes chart has been debunked. All right, well, go debunk it on your page. You don't have to tell me that. You understand? The point of you coming in here is to get blocked. That's the point. You understand? Because what you saying to me doesn't do anything. We don't believe what y'all believe in. You understand? We believe in the truth. We don't believe what y'all believe in. All right? So the point being in that Romans 12 was rejoicing in hope, patient in tribulation, continuing instant in prayer. So you have to be patient when all these challenges are coming upon you. And don't let them get you riled up. Don't let them get you messed up. Don't let these heathens get to you. Don't let Esau get to you. Okay? Let me get a precept real quick. This is Ezekiel 37. For anybody that has a problem with, damn, what is this, bug out hour? Anybody that has a problem with the 10 commandments, Salakia, the 12 tribes chart. The word of Yahawah came unto me, saying, moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick, and write upon it for Judah, and for the children of Israel, his companions. Then take another stick, and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel, his companions. This is what you see. This one stick. You're supposed to write the tribes on that one stick. You understand? So if you're not teaching according to the scriptures, then you're teaching false doctrine, man. All right? And join them one to another into one stick, and they shall become one in thine hand. And when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, wilt thou not show us what thou meanest by these? Say unto them, thus saith Yahweh power, thus saith the Lord, thus saith the Father. All right. Behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim. That's the northern kingdom, from Simeon down to Issachar. Ephraim being the head tribe. All right. So what? Moreover, Salaki. Right here, verse 19. Say unto them, thus saith Yahweh power, behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel, his fellows. That's the northern kingdom. And will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah. The stick of Judah would be what? Judah, Benjamin, Levi, the southern kingdom. These are basic principles that you have to understand, man, before you even open your mouth. Before you even open your mouth, you need to learn about the tribes, man. I mean, what's going on, bro? Everybody's skipping the basics. You trying to do crossovers before you even learn how to just dribble, man. You trying to do behind the back, but you don't even know how to crossover yet. All right? You trying to do a spin move. What's going on, man? You trying to shoot an AK before you shoot a pistol. Okay? You trying to drive an 18-wheeler before you learn how to drive a regular car. This is the problem with this world. Y'all skip the foundations. Therefore, your foundation is all messed up. All right? Even with the stick of Judah, and make them one stick, and they shall be one in mine hand. The chart. The tribe. Right here. Okay? Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, Zebulun, Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Naphtali, Asher, Issachar. This was a commandment that you are supposed to keep. So when you go preach, you're supposed to have this with you. So you can let your people know who they are, what they go back to. This is a commandment. All right. So, hey, man, with that being said, I got to get going. You know, get out there. I actually think we're going to start around 3. So, but, you know, if there's any type of questions, throw them right now. Real quick. Okay. And what does that mean? You kept saying reverence to the prophet. I don't even know what that means. Hold up. I know what reverence means. Oh, nah, bro. You ain't got to do none of that. Hey, the water, though. The water, though. Reverence is a profound feeling of deep respect mixed with awe or veneration. Veneration means deserving of respect. But we ain't nobody. You know what I'm saying? We ain't nobody. All right? But, hey, if you listening and it's resonating with you and you getting this understanding, then that's the spirit, you know, at the end of the day. Okay? So, Shalawam to you and your household. Okay? And the brother said, what does the black horse mean in Revelations? All right, let's go get that. I believe the black horse is more so talking about, let's get that. Revelation 6:5. And when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, come and see, and beheld, and I beheld, and lo, a black horse. And he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand. And I heard a voice in the midst of the 4 beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny, and see thou hurt not the oil and the wine. So it's going into inflation. It's going into famine, right? Because verse 6 explains it all. And I heard a voice in the midst of the 4 beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny. A measure of wheat for a penny. A penny is basically talking about a shekel. You have to understand what time frame this was written in. The Roman time frame. So a penny would be a day's wage. Now, an average day's wage today is about $120. So a measure of wheat, a loaf of bread, man, is going to be $120. All right. It's going to, what you work in a regular day, that's how you going to, you know, that's how much inflation is going to be on this planet. Okay. And 3 measures of barley for a penny. And see thou not hurt the oil and the wine. Right. This truth. Okay. So we going to be straight. All right. As it says in Isaiah 65:13, we going to be good in these times of famine when the black horse rides. Famine, inflation. You seeing it right now, Ak, with the gas prices and stuff. Gas may have went down a little bit, but that ceasefire is over with. Gas is about to shoot up, and Iran is about to try to take it to $200 a barrel. So out here in Cali, gas is going to get to like $11, $12. You know, it's going to get to the point where you're not going to be able to go to work. You understand? So that black horse is talking about famine. It's talking about inflation, financial, economic woes, right? But you can get a far better breakdown, because I don't have that time, but you can get a far better breakdown from the elders. Let me see if I can find you one real quick. Let me see. All right, the elder did this one 4 years ago. We are in the time of the black horse. Okay? You can get this one. And all you gotta do is just type it in. Black horse GMS. Right there. You can get the breakdowns. You got a couple brothers done did it. This brother goes into it. Quick little 9-minute. This brother goes into it 23 minutes. Right? So use that YouTube. A lot of brothers go into it. Debt, death, and slavery. Okay? So economic woes. Debt. A lot of brothers done went into it. All right? The black horse leads to the pale horse. Most definitely. Yep, the black horse is ramping up the prices. Right? Because verse 6 explains it all. All right? But that's a good question. So just, do that. Do your research on that. Do some homework on that. And get that understanding. Right? As you can see, the balances, that's economics. That's like the Wall Street. The balances, the prices for everything. Okay? That's why in verse 5, it says, come and see, and I beheld, and lo, a black horse, and he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand. So controlling the market. So the market is going to be uncontrollable. To the point where it's going to be hard for us to live. So, with that being said, man, I'm going to face the east. Giving all praises, honor, and glory be to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Kakadash. And double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the great millstone. As always, Shalawam to the Lord, for elect. For brothers that's going out, pray you have a good camp. Be safe out there. Keep the faith. If you're not going out, if you're just watching, pray you take notes. All right, drink water. It's hot. It's going to be 101 today out here, man. Shit. I'm not looking forward to it. But, we got to endure these elements in season, out of season. Right? So, Shalawam, Shalawam. Keep the faith. Shalawam.